Okay, to go over a couple things to check on your quick cooker. First of all, the lid, making sure that it is seated in place when you go to start this. Then let's talk about a couple things on the lid. First thing, let's check underneath. And we want to check this silicone seal that's inside of here. We have to make sure that this is seated all the way around. So I take this and run my finger, make sure and push this so that it comes up under that metal rim, and just make sure it is seated all the way around. Okay, we're gonna make sure that our silicone is on here and everything looks good in here. Make sure our button is working really good. This is what locks it into place. And then on the front here, here's what we're gonna check. We're gonna make sure, because we want this button to pop up, it's gonna pop up when it's under pressure, and then it should start counting down. It has kind of the racetrack with the dots until then. Once this pops up, it'll take a few more seconds and then it'll start counting down. But we have to make sure that seal's in place, and then we also have to make sure this button, when it's pushed in, it's releasing pressure. So we have to make sure that that is flush and flat. So notice how when I push this in, if we have release pressure, this comes out, because that's how the steam comes out. This actually can move around when it's up. When that button is in and this is up, this can get out of place. In fact, this whole thing can come off. So if that happens, and let's say it gets twisted or turned and we go to push this back out flat, we have to make sure that this is seated back down the correct way. See the little steam icon there and the steam icon here? We want those facing each other. So checking button is flush, steam icon is lined up, and our seal is completely seated all the way around. Then once we have whatever we need in here for the water test, or if you're going ahead and cooking something in here and making sure you have enough liquid, make sure your lid is lining up. And then we're gonna go ahead and set it and press start. For the water test in the beginning, it takes a really long time for that to come up to pressure because it's a whole lot of water. Remember, the more volume of food or liquid you have in here, the longer it's going to take to come up to pressure, and the colder it is, it will take longer to come up to pressure. But give it some time, let it come up to pressure, and then it should start counting down. I hope that helps.